The clock is ticking, and the end of, and just like that, Season 3 is almost here. Episode 11 doesn't just set the stage, it flips the game completely. Carrie's writing her future while wrestling her past. Miranda's Thanksgiving plans are spiraling out of control, and Sema finally gets her moment in the spotlight. But beneath the surface, everything feels like it's about to explode. This episode is the calm before the finale storm. And trust me, you won't want to blink. Asterisk. Carrie Bradshaw's world is spinning faster than ever. And in episode 11, it feels like every choice she's made is catching up to her all at once. She's wandering through the familiar streets of the Upper East Side, picking up Thanksgiving pies. But this simple task feels heavier this time, like a symbol of all the mess she's trying to sort through inside. Running into the jewelry designer who now lives in Carrie's iconic old apartment, is like a punch to the gut. This place was Carrie's creative sanctuary, but now it's been chopped in half, transformed into something completely unrecognizable. It's a physical reminder that the past Carrie loved is gone, and maybe so is the life she thought she'd have. Let's invitation to a pre-Thanksgiving party at that apartment is the kind of weird moment that forces Carrie to confront everything, not just where she's been, but where she's going. It's almost like stepping back into that space brings all her regrets, hopes, and fears into sharp focus. Her breakup with Aiden is still fresh and raw. Their trust issues unraveling in recent episodes left Carrie holding a whole lot of heartbreak. On top of that, Duncan, the neighbor who briefly flirted with her, has ghosted and left his basement apartment empty. Sema's nudging her to buy the place and flip it, trying to drag Carrie out of her emotional fog with a business opportunity. But Carrie's stuck, caught between the comfort of the past and the unknown of the future. Meanwhile, her novel, which has been a secret passion project this season, is at a crossroads too. Her publisher loves the writing but hates the ending. They want a happy epilogue, a hopeful twist, something that fits better in today's market. Carrie is furious. She vents to Miranda and Charlotte about how the publishers want to turn her story into a romantic fairy tale with a man saving the day. She argues fiercely that a woman sitting alone in her garden after losing her lover isn't a tragedy. It's a powerful, honest ending. This debate isn't just about her book. It's a mirror for Carrie's own fears about being single, lonely, and misunderstood. She doesn't want to be boxed in as the sad single woman stereotype, but she's also grappling with the loneliness of that big grammar house she bought for a life that fell apart. When she finally goes to Let's Party, it's a wake-up call. The apartment she once dreamed of returning to is now cramped and split, without the airy feel that made it so special. Carrie feels like Alice stepping into a wonderland that's shrunk and lost its magic. Let asks the question Carrie doesn't want to admit. Is she scared of living alone? That hits hard, but something shifts. Carrie decides to rewrite her ending not for the publishers, but maybe for herself. She crafts an epilogue where the woman from her novel gets invited to a party and says yes to a handsome widower's invitation. Is this Carrie opening her heart to love again? Or is she just giving her agent the ending they want? Either way, it's a step forward, a spark of hope in a sea of uncertainty. This episode peels back Carrie's layers, showing us a woman at a crossroads caught between the past she can't forget and the future she's scared to face, but ready to try. Asterisk, after seasons of relationship ups and downs, Sema Patel finally steps into the spotlight in a way that feels like the payoff fans have been waiting for. This episode gives her arc the kind of glow that makes you cheer out loud. Sema's journey through heartbreak, self-discovery, and complicated romance has been messy but real. And now, things are looking up. The chemistry between her and Adam ignites with a passion that's both tender and thrilling. Their steamy shower scene is more than just eye candy. It's the emotional release that Sema has desperately needed, a moment where she lets herself fully feel and be vulnerable. Adam's invitation to Thanksgiving with his vegan, gluten-free sister adds a slice of normalcy and hope. It's clear he's serious, and when he drops the I love you bomb, Sema's response is just as powerful. This isn't just a fling. It feels like a true connection, the kind of love story fans have rooted for from the beginning. Sarita Chudhor shines in these moments, bringing warmth and depth to Sema's character that makes her happiness feel earned and genuine. The fans are buzzing, many saying this is the best arc this season, a breath of fresh air amid the chaos. Sema's growth from awkward, sometimes hesitant, romantic to a woman who can confidently say I love you is inspiring. And it feels like this moment might just be the calm before the emotional storms the finale promises. Are we about to see Sema's relationship tested by the drama swirling around the other characters? Or will this be the happy ending she deserves? Sema's storyline here is not just about romance. It's about healing and self-acceptance. After all the heartbreak and missteps, she's stepping into her own light, showing us that it's possible to find love without losing yourself. It's a welcome contrast to the tension running through the rest of the episode. And it reminds us that even in a world full of messy relationships and difficult choices, there's room for joy and hope. This episode nails the feeling of something big blossoming quietly in the background, making Sema's story one of the most compelling threads as we head into the finale. Will her love story outshine the chaos around her, or will it become just another casualty in the final act? Fans are already picking sides. You Team Sema and Adam. This moment feels like the heart of the season, and it's giving us all the feels we didn't know we needed. If you thought Thanksgiving was supposed to be about family, food, and peace, then Miranda Hobbs' version in episode 11 is anything but that. From the moment she decides to host the holiday dinner, you can feel the tension creeping in like a storm on the horizon. Miranda's plans quickly unravel when she invites Mia, Brady's baby mama, without giving Brady a heads up. That move alone is a powder keg waiting to blow. Brady finds out through a text message from Mia, and his reaction is explosive, yelling, storming off, dragging his girlfriend Joy into the mess even though she's trying to stay out of it all. Joy's quiet, "I'm not getting involved" stance just adds another layer to the uncomfortable dynamics swirling at Miranda's dinner table. You can practically feel the room shrinking with all the unspoken tension and awkward glances. Miranda tries to stay calm, believing Mia won't actually show up. But this episode does a brilliant job of showing how quickly things can spiral out of control when communication breaks down. What starts as a well-intentioned dinner to bring people together turns into a battlefield filled with unresolved emotions and messy secrets. Fans are calling this peak Miranda chaos. And honestly, it's hard to disagree. It's even worse than the drama when she dated that stand-up comedian. And it feels like every bad decision she's made this season is coming home to roost in one explosive night. What makes this storyline so compelling is how real it feels. Family drama during the holidays is something everyone can relate to, especially when complicated relationships and past wounds are involved. Miranda's struggle to keep the peace while managing her own frustrations and fears adds layers of depth to her character. This episode shows us a Miranda who is far from perfect. She's flawed, overwhelmed, and desperately trying to hold it all together, even as everything threatens to fall apart. As the drama unfolds, it's clear that this Thanksgiving dinner is more than just a meal. It's a pressure cooker revealing cracks in friendships, romantic relationships, and family bonds. The fallout from this night will surely ripple into the finale. And with only one episode left, the question is, will Miranda be able to mend the chaos she's caught in, or is this the beginning of a full-on meltdown? The stakes are high, and the suspense is real because when Miranda Hobbs hosts Thanksgiving, you know the drama is just getting started. Charlotte's story in episode 11 takes a complicated turn that's stirring up some real conversation among fans. This episode shows Charlotte juggling so much between her family, her kids, and her own identity as a parent. She's under a lot of pressure. When she sees her child Rock performing in their school's production of Thoroughly Modern Mila Complete, with a flapper dress, makeup, and full-on 1920s vibe, Charlotte's reaction is emotional but complicated. She calls Rock so pretty, which might seem sweet on the surface. But Rock is non-binary, and this moment sparks an awkward tension. Is Charlotte being supportive, or is she accidentally stepping back instead of forward? Some fans say this scene feels painfully relatable, showing the real struggles parents face trying to navigate their child's identity with love and understanding. Others argue it signals that Charlotte's personal growth might be stalling, that she's caught in old ideas instead of fully embracing who Rock is. This subplot is one of the more sensitive and layered ones in the episode, touching on identity, acceptance, and the challenges of modern parenting. It asks important questions about how parents adapt or sometimes struggle to adapt to their children's evolving selves. Charlotte's journey here feels both heartfelt and frustrating because it's imperfect. It's a reminder that growth is not always linear, and sometimes love means learning through mistakes and awkward moments. Meanwhile, Charlotte's family life is full of other twists. Anthony's recent proposal from Yeppe in a luxurious dressing room adds romantic tension. But when Anthony admits he only accepted because he couldn't say no, it throws their whole future into question. The age gap between them is weighing heavily on Anthony's mind, making him question whether he's ready to be a husband or if he's more suited to be a parent. This internal conflict adds a rich emotional layer to Charlotte's story, showing the complexity behind what looks like a glamorous romance on the surface. Beyond Charlotte and Anthony, the episode drops hints about other family dramas like Lisa's crush on Marion, Charlotte's battle with vertigo, and Rock's musical arc all simmering quietly, begging for resolution. With only one episode left, viewers are desperate to see which threads will get tied up and which might be left dangling. Will Charlotte's parenting struggles evolve into acceptance and growth? Or will old patterns keep holding her back? The tension in this storyline feels personal and real, setting the stage for a potentially emotional finale. It's a reminder that sometimes the hardest battles happen at home, and the toughest growth comes from love tested in unexpected ways. And just like that, Season 3 rushes toward its finale. Episode 11 throws everything into the air, leaving fans with more questions than answers and theories swirling like autumn leaves in the New York wind. This episode feels like a perfect storm of emotional tension, unresolved subplots, and character crossroads, all simmering just beneath the surface, ready to boil over in the last hour of the season. Carrie's new epilogue might hint at hope. But is it real hope, or just a story she's telling to make peace with a life that's far from perfect? Miranda's Thanksgiving chaos threatens to undo years of friendship and family work, and Charlotte's parenting curveball leaves viewers wondering if growth is possible or if old wounds will hold them back. Meanwhile, Sema's big moment of happiness feels like a rare bright spot, but for how long? The stage is set, the players are in position, and the finale promises fireworks, but who will rise and who will fall? Let's start with Carrie because, honestly, her journey is the heartbeat of this episode. Her struggle with identity, love, and loneliness is raw and deeply relatable. That epilogue she writes, where the woman says yes to a handsome widower's party invitation. It feels like a turning point. But what does it really mean? Is Carrie finally opening her heart again, stepping toward new love? Or is this simply her trying to please the publisher, the audience, and maybe even herself? The ambiguity is what makes this so gripping. We all want Carrie to find happiness, but she's never been a character who fits neatly into a box. Her past relationships from Mr. Big to Aiden to Duncan have all shaped her, and the wounds they left still sting. There's chatter online and among fans that Duncan might return for a brief fling or a dramatic moment in the finale. That would be a wild twist, especially given how ghosting left Carrie feeling abandoned and vulnerable. Then again, some fans hope the finale shifts focus away from romantic drama and centers on the trio's friendship, the core of what made Sex and the City and this revival so beloved. Imagine a classic brunch scene, Cosmos in hand, just Carrie, Miranda and Charlotte holding space for each other. No unexpected widowers, no sudden romantic explosions, just friendship, support, and the kind of unbreakable bond that's lasted through decades. Miranda's storyline is the emotional powder keg that could blow everything apart. Hosting Thanksgiving was supposed to be a step toward healing and rebuilding, but instead, it's chaos on steroids. Inviting Mia without telling Brady was a misstep that turned into a full-blown holiday meltdown. Brady's reaction, yelling, storming off. Pulling Joy into the drama despite her protests exposes how fragile the relationships around him have become. Miranda's calm exterior cracks, and for a moment, she's just as overwhelmed and human as the rest of us. The tension at the dinner table isn't just about personal grudges. It's a reflection of deeper issues: trust, communication, and the messy reality of blended families. Fans are already predicting this explosive dinner will be a major turning point in the finale, possibly forcing Miranda and Brady to confront truths they've been avoiding. Will this chaos lead to a breakup, a breakthrough, or something even more unexpected? With the way the show has balanced humor and heart, it could go any direction. The suspense here is electric because we all want to know if Miranda can hold her world together or if this is the beginning of the end for her relationship. Charlotte's subplot adds another layer of emotional complexity. Her struggle to support Rock's non-binary identity while confronting her own feelings is a storyline that touches on real-life challenges many families face today. Some fans feel her awkward, so Pretty Comment was a misstep, showing that even with the best intentions, growth isn't always easy or perfect. Others see this as an honest portrayal of a parent learning to navigate unfamiliar territory with love and sometimes stumbling along the way. Meanwhile, Anthony's engagement to Yeppe is complicated by his own doubts and fears, especially about their age difference and what his role should be in this relationship. These personal battles create a tense emotional backdrop that could explode or resolve in the finale. Plus, with subplots like Lisa's crush on Marion and Charlotte's vertigo still looming, there's a lot hanging in the air, making fans desperate for closure. Will the finale tie these threads neatly, or will it leave some questions unanswered, reflecting real life's missinzas? Now, Sema's happy moment stands in sharp contrast to all this turmoil. Her connection with Adam feels genuine and refreshing, and their exchange of I love us is the kind of heartfelt payoff that fans have been craving. But even that sweetness is tinged with uncertainty. Will their relationship weather the storms ahead, or is it just a brief oasis before more drama hits? The calm before the finale storm feels especially palpable here. Sema's growth from hesitant lover to confident woman willing to embrace happiness is inspiring. And her arc reminds us all that even in a world full of chaos, hope can bloom. This season has been a roller coaster for her, and this episode offers a rare moment of peace. The question now is whether she'll get to hold on to it. Looking at the big picture, Episode 11 is a masterclass in building suspense. It pulls all the threads taught Carrie's past and future, Miranda's family battles, Charlotte's parenting dilemmas, and Sema's blossoming romance, while teasing the fireworks that will surely explode in the finale. The writers clearly stretched this season to give these characters a proper send-off, and the payoff promises to be emotional and unpredictable. Fans are already throwing out wild theories. Will Carrie buy Duncan's basement and start fresh? Will Miranda and Brady finally face the truth and either break up or come back stronger? Will Sema's romance become the highlight of the season, or just another subplot to get lost in the chaos? Will Charlotte's family find harmony, or will her struggles deepen? These questions hang heavy in the air, keeping us all on edge. What makes this episode so compelling is its mix of hope and heartbreak. There's a quiet desperation running through the stories, like everyone is trying to hold on to something that's slipping away. But there's also light moments of connection, vulnerability, and the possibility of new beginnings. The balance between drama and warmth, chaos and calm, is what keeps viewers hooked and emotionally invested. The final episode has a huge task ahead, tying up loose ends, while delivering the kind of emotional punches that, and just like that, fans expect. And judging by episode 11, the finale won't disappoint. It's shaping up to be a roller coaster of emotions, heartbreak, laughter, tears, and maybe even a little magic. So, what's your take? Are you team single Carrie finally embracing her independence? Or do you think love will surprise her when she least expects it? Is Miranda's Thanksgiving meltdown the breaking point, or the catalyst for real change? Can Charlotte grow into a more understanding parent, or will her past hang heavy? And most importantly, is Sema's happy ending the light at the end of the tunnel, or just the calm before a new storm? Drop your wildest finale theories in the comments and let's see who gets it right when the curtain falls. One thing's for sure, this season isn't over yet, and the final episode promises to bring all the heat, heartbreak, and hope we've been waiting for. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications on, because next week, the finale breakdown will be here and you won't want to miss a second. Until then, keep the conversation going. Which storyline has you hooked? Which character's journey has touched you the most? And most importantly, what do you want to see in that final episode? The countdown is on, and the drama is just beginning. Stay tuned, because, and just like that, Season 3 is about to close its chapter, but the story will live on in all of us.